Hey, just wanted to make a quick video just before my flight here. Just wanted to say that some of the lower energies and even maybe some of the planets in our solar system seem very passionate about people surrendering to the idea of being only a point or a matrix or a simulation, and that that is their entire model for their life. So they surrender their past, saying, "Oh, it was all made up, don't worry about it. Now I'm just the matrix point." Anyway, there are many videos on YouTube and other platforms now about reality jumping, timeline shifting, and some admit that you may totally forget who you used to be. This may be said in passing perhaps, but this is a very important confession. And I want to stress this is not the time for that in our world. Rather, this is a time for the good people who have the sacred ancestry that we all share to insist on standing up for our earth and our ancestors. I've been challenged by a few of these characters from mid-heaven, say, I don't know what to call them, but they love to insist there's no God, or that they have insight about some of the energy farming scary stuff they want to threaten you with subtly. They love to shift the conversation into dark, apathetic or irrelevant, stressful things, just lower concepts. But I noticed they hated to hear about a higher level. Yes, they hate that. I enjoyed seeing them squirm as I spoke passionately about the love of the Most High God and how other concepts are but tiny specks in a petri dish compared to God. Keep that in your arsenal against them. If they were to become more adamant and cocky, I would describe Jupiter's constant subversion of the sun's natural birthright and how he has been doing this for a long, long time, and that it won't stand any further. I'd also say that any of the violent or dark ideas that they had are completely irrelevant from God's point of view, because God's perspective is on a higher octave that those things cannot operate on. And so that's where your focus is. I would state your original name, particularly your first name, and where you're from, so that when they look at you, they don't just look at you in that moment like some point in some irrelevant matrix. No, you're a person with a history. And as soon as you've got a history, heaven has to answer for what they've done to you, which I'm sure is a lot. Sadly, like most of us. Well, they put up with a lot, stood by and laughed, perhaps while you're going through the shit. So linking your name in the moment to where you grew up is a way to draw that all into that moment. They can't ignore that, and they just don't like it. They just don't like it. So I would insist that it's my intention to make Earth into a paradise, to welcome the resurrected ancestors, and that our home is always the ancestors' home too. They don't like that. Yes, if they still seem determined, ask them if they've heard of Tristan of Alberton. They know me. Remind them that you heard the world will be a paradise for the ancestors, and confidently just reiterate your name and where you're from. Yes, they love to make you give up your history, your blood, and even your world. Never give up and watch them crumble. That's all I've got to say. I'm going to board a flight soon. Just wanted to say that before I board. You've got it in the bag. Be who you are, own your name, own your life, and hold them accountable so that we can build this paradise for our ancestors and all living beings on this beautiful world. Anyway, all the best. A few tips and tricks.